So we're back live here for the Men's Opens game. The Hunter Western Hornets taking on the South Queensland Swans. I'm joined by Mark Tipple here in commentary for this one. Mark is the regional manager for South Queensland Sharks and knows plenty of the lads out here in both lineups. We look forward to this outfit. What's your prediction, mate, as we get underway?
Oh, look, Swans are an emerging team, a young, talented group, but I think Hornets might get them by about 3 or 4 here. That's my prediction.
So Corey's prediction was the Hornets by 7. So you're a lot more lenient on these young Swans players. They've been good throughout the tournament. I've seen a couple of their games, but the Hornets are methodical. As we see early drive here. Could be a lost ball there. No, referee finds an infringement from the defence there.
Yeah, one of their Swans players, number 4, Jake Notley. I really like the way he plays, a real standout. Queensland mixed, I think he was at last State of Origin.
Yeah, he was good. Hegedus has also been good. James Hegedus has been one to watch. And Jordan Dart also trying hard for the Swans. But, yeah, you can't help but be impressed by these Hornets players.
Yeah.
This man here with the ball in hand, Thompson, always asking questions. Atkins works well with him, as does Lincoln Little. They formed a bit of a combination. And then when they go off, as we see a flick pass out the back, so the Swans take that one. But when they go off, on come the Langbridge brothers. And the talent throughout this Hornets lineup is just frightening.
Yeah, I was lucky in the developing stages of my career to be able to work with Dill Thompson a lot. And he's very knowledgeable and asks a lot of his players and of himself.
Yeah, absolutely. And leads by example too, Dill. As we see a nice end of the set there for the Swans. They go deep into the territory of the Hornets. But we'll see here the Hornets. As I said, they're methodical. They'll look to drive forward first and then get some lateral movement across to their sub-box to bring on the subset play. They do so now. 2 touches. There's 3 touches. Little drives into the line. And now we can see from this high shot, good defensive pressure from the Swans. But there's Langbridge.
Yeah.
They sweep into position extremely quickly. The other Langbridge gets a nice pass outside. That one to Rodema. Also quite a danger player, good ball player, Jared Rodema. But and in set, good defensive pressure there from the Swans. See what they can do coming off their own line now.
That Kyra Dieter out there, number 22. Dill Thompson's fast, but Kyra is a state and national level sprinter. I reckon he'd probably be the fastest player at the tournament.
Right, well, let's look to see him in space then. We'll keep that in mind. As the Swans here get a penalty opportunity in good field position.
Good roll on here from the Swans.
Hayden Bartlett, the number 3, he's been impressive as well. Look for him with the dreadlock ponytail. It's the number 3 for the Swans. Man with the ball in hand.
There's Notley.
Long ball from Notley. But well read in defence there.
Great read from Liam Squires out there.
He's been good too. Liam Squires, a great finisher.
He's
only
fantastic.
A youngster.
Yeah. Part of the New South Wales CHS under-18s team that won the Nationals at NYC last year. Great player.
Daniel Langbridge there. Heavily strapped quad or hamstring. Not sure what the injury is there. That's Blake Potts with the ball now. He's worked well with Thompson too. Been on the receiving end of quite a few Dylan Thompson passes.
Passive play on. No, good read from Swans.
They love the passive play, the Hornets. And as you said, a good read from the Swans. It's one thing to know what's on, but it's another thing to be able to stop it. And they certainly got up there and cut down the options of the Hornets ball players.
Absolutely. Good start from Swans here.
Jordan Dart there, big fella with the red crop of hair for the Swans has also been impressive. Just takes the metres for his team, drives hard.
Here come Hornets with some half-field offense here. This will be good
Alex
to watch.
Langbridge, his fast feet as well, mate. Alex Langbridge, extremely dangerous in that half, around the half position. Sweeper as well, can throw a long ball at speed, which is quite a good skill to have. See him there in the number 11, just tucked in behind. It's Atkins.
Good
Goes to
read.
the line.
Great read.
There's Langbridge. Fast feed out of half. Picks up a short man.
Not many people might know this, but Alex Langbridge was with the Melbourne Storm under-20s for a number of years under Cam Smith. And it really shows in his touch game how good he is at footy.
Yeah, he's a very good rugby league reputation up around the Central Coast and Newcastle districts in New South Wales. Both brothers, Langbridge brothers, quite well-known rugby league players in the region, but their touch is second to none. A big touch football family. Their mother, Shirley, has been involved in the sport and actually was one of the driving forces in making Doyleson Touch one of the strong affiliates in New South Wales over recent years. Mark, you just might want to leave the commentary table alone, mate.
Nice dive from Lukey Moffat there.
It's very low. Luke Moffat got underneath, but the touch was down there in time. So the Hornets back on the attack. Dill Thompson there, taking control. That's Rodemer. Stood up, Thompson back inside. Hands from Rodemer. Moffat loses the handle on that one, but the referee calls a penalty. It looks like the players weren't moving forward to the referee's desire.
Good selfless sub there from Dan Langbridge and Luke Moffat to get fresh attackers on too.
And it's you know, they struggle with depth, this Hornets team. You send a player like Langbridge off. You know, on comes Mitch Wilton. Big dive from Wilton. Yeah, every man in this Hornets team has a job to do, and they just do it so well. Potts there, you see, working with Thompson again. Potts hits a line, pulls wide, gets a short ball for that man, Mitch Wilton. Just beautiful to watch. They all fold into a position, and as I said, they each have a job to do, and they do it so well. You can see here, Potts didn't know to go into half, but he broke into a position now outside his man. Gets that short pass. Did that defender need to come in like that, Mark?
Yeah, that might be their policy, but he was a little late if that's what he was aiming to do. So good play from the Hornets and good read from Blake Potts there.
So now the Swans back onto the attack. Jordan Dart there goes across the line from half and finds Ryan Ledbetter.
Yeah, the dump on length there. Some of the Hornets might have tried to go man on, but Blake Potts was left a little burned and the scooper went through. Good call by the ref. He was right in position. Looks like ball was clear, so good work.
Yeah, nice play from the Swans there. Evening it up. This is Lincoln Little on the field now. Little, Atkins and Thompson have worked well together. Big ball. Little takes it down, just gets composure back. Doesn't need to rush there. Referees moving the defenders off the line. And a penalty. Again, referee didn't think they were going forward hard enough. You can see the referees communicating the whole time as the defenders are on the line, telling them they have to push forward. And repeated infringements here on the line can see, no, that one goes off the back of the defender. So no 6 more, no repeat set.
Yeah, not what the Hornets would have wanted on first touch there.
It really was a wasted opportunity. They won't be happy with that. And it was Dylan. He'll be a hard taskmaster on himself. The one thing about Dylan, he lets stuff go. He doesn't hold it in and just gets on with the job at hand. Oh, flick ball back onto the outside.
Notley.
Bartlett.
Must be 5. Fifth touch, still gets
But again, no panic in the defensive lineup. They just held their man. Lincoln Little takes it in.
Lincoln Little, USA Men's Open player at the last 2 World Cups and New South Wales Mixed. He'll be looking to be in the running for State of Origin again this year.
There's Langbridge, gets it out to his brother. Nice ball at pace. Finds Liam Squires in the corner.
Sharp play.
So we'll see this one on replay here. Quick ball off the deck. That's Moffat. Gets it to Langbridge. Daniel finds his brother Alex. Look at the foot speed and the beautiful crisp skills at speed there, and finds Squires in the corner. A great try for the Hunter Western Hornets.
Yeah, they call that play a fly. Little middle slip there, and the Langbridge boys slipped out that far end of the field.
But Moffat now for the Swans. Big long ball.
Good read again from Squires.
Ryan Ward was the man there, touched in possession to round out the set. Long pass, lateral pass there for the first. So here we go, the Hornets looking again to get it to the box. Langbridge, extra meters there. Look at the way they load up here now, Mark.
Yeah,
straight into a line position. Pushing through the middle. Blake Potts again. Long ball out to the wing. Squires will be on the end of another towering pass. This time, the youngster, Blake Potts.
Potsy, some great reads. 2 try assists already.
He's really impressed me this weekend. In the matches I've seen, he's got through a power of work in attack and defence. Usually known as a support player, but he's picked one up there. That was a great pass. Squires does the job of a winger and finishes it.
They've done a lot of that at club level, so it's good to see them doing it on the national stage now. Squires and Potts. Ball down, good read from Ardita.
He picked up an injury yesterday, Kaya, but seems to be okay. So another penalty. That could hurt the Swans.
Kaya might have just popped down the mechanics to fix the jets in his boots. He is lightning.
Yeah, we look forward to seeing that throughout the tournament as the Hornets go back on the attack there. Atkins gets it to Little drives in. Thompson back to Atkins. Could have been forward, that one. But the referee allows it to go on. Matty Atkins pulls back out into a position here. There he is with the ball in hand. Rodemer. Thompson off the right foot, just breaks hard.
Wow.
But a nice touch.
Great touch from Notley.
Notley.
He's no slug himself.
From touch football royalty, Jake Notley.
Absolutely. His father Scott still running around with us in the South Queensland Sharks, actually.
Yes, one of the all-time greatest touch players, Scotty Notley. And Jake certainly making his own name, not resting on his father's laurels. Jake, very impressive young man. Nicely popped up Bartlett to himself. Here's Hegedus that I spoke about earlier in the game. Just loses his footing there, unfortunately, for James.
Good D shape from the Hornets there. Bailey Ritchie with the latch. Another speedster.
Is that same play as last time, knocked down there?
Yep, the middle fly. Luke Moffat to Dan Langbridge.
There they are, the brothers. Let's see what can happen now. Dan gets it down. Alex into half. Moffat. Ooh. Nice touch from Bartlett. Looked like he'd been stood up, but he recovered nicely. Gets a diving touch on Moffat, who's hard to stop that close to the line.
He is.
There's a split play going around. Moffat back into position. Quick roll ball, but the referee blows a penalty. You can hear in the background. Forward pass from the ruck.
Luke Moffat, number 7 in the middle there, working with the Langbridge brothers. He's only 17, from the Hombres Club at Central Coast Dolphins. Had a lot to do with young Luke, and he's playing well.
Certainly is, making a name for himself here with some great talent in the region.
You might see his brother running around for Mets Men's Open as well. Josh Moffat, who's also a young star. So he keeps telling me anyway.
A bit of a slap for Josh on the way through there, Mark. Nicely played. Apologies to the Moffat family if you're listening. But no, we'll get the Hornets here. Get the run on. You see Potts there. Thompson goes from half. Short ball. No, looks for Potts. That was forward.
Great
the referee
play.
was there. He's going to call that play on. That is staying alive.
Very borderline, but good read from Dill to hold on to that one and the dummy
here,
through.
Potts gets the dump down, stays in position. They're looking for the short ball. Doesn't give it, but that's dead set forward. You hear the groan from the crowd as they watch the replay on the big screen. Great camera work, I have to say, from our men on the roof here at the stadium.
Swans fans not too happy with that, and going by the scoreline so far, Corey might be closer to the score prediction than I was, but I'd hope to see Swans put on a couple here.
There's still plenty of time left in this match, and they're certainly not giving up, these youngsters from southwest Queensland. And we see there's Notley in half now. Off the right foot, gets a little return pass. Switching around, holds up nicely. Good play there from Daniel O'Brien to hold it up, to find his winger out wide. That is Ryan Ward on the receiving end of that try. And again, we'll see the replay here. Notley goes off his right, gets a good late switch at depth from a nice pass there. That is Samuel Carmody. He finds Daniel O'Brien, and O'Brien holds it up nicely, as I said, and really committed young Liam Squires on the wing. And the last pass taken by Ryan Ward for the Swans.
Someone very much in the know from Queensland yesterday told me that he thinks Sam Carmody is the most underrated player in Queensland. So,
ooh, that's a big call. But I have to say, Carmody has worked extremely hard in the matches that I've seen for the Southwest Queensland Swans. As we see a replay here.
Lincoln Little trying to pull off the classic GS7 Gary Sonder move on this field about 2005.
Yep. There's only one Gary Sonder.
Ain't that the truth, Gazza?
Thank goodness for that too.
Oh.
Just quietly had the pleasure of coaching Gary in several teams, and you always come away just shaking your head.
Well, I just moved to the Gold Coast and was staying with Gazza for a month, and that was an eye-opening experience, but a great man.
He is a great man. GS7, Gary Sonder. But we're back here live with the action. The Hunter Western Hornets on the attack. Moffat just hanging off here for Langbridge. Thompson into half. He'll look for Moff as well. Little short ball knocked down in flight by that man, Samuel Carmody.
So the Hornets are missing quite a few of their experienced Doyleson players this week, but thankfully they're led by their core group at Doyle.
But as I said, and as you've pointed out, with the Moffat brothers as well as Luke Kane, the depth of talent in the Hornets region, they have these youngsters in Blake Potts step up the way they have, and the young Moffat fella, that level of talent, just being able to step up and replace those players you talked about not being here, it is just an unbelievable situation. Envy of a lot of other regions.
Yeah, and I've got to say, Dill Thompson, his coaching and his knowledge that he's brought to our region is a lot to thank for that. So he does deserve credit for that for sure.
Very unassuming young man too. Dill Thompson, as we see, nice ball off the ground. Thompson off his left foot. Quick roll ball close to the line. But no, the referee's going to call that one ball away.
The Hornets mixed team also, they're featuring a lot of developing players, and they're doing really well yesterday, as you would have seen, Adam, with their close game against the Rebels.
Absolutely. Pushed the Rebels right down to the wire.
Yeah.
The Rebels probably expected a different result there, but the Hornets were impressive.
Yeah.
The mixed division here at this tournament, we see a bit of a transition in the men's and women's. So some of the leading men's and women's players are actually stepping back and playing mixed in this tournament, which has allowed these youngsters to step up into the opens, the men's and women's opens. But has also made for some extremely tight games in that mixed division.
Yeah, it's quite nice. Everyone from their region getting to play. They have 6 guys and 6 girls that are all good friends going to play together.
So now we see Langbridge again, gets the ball away this time to Connor Edwards, not able to get across the stripe. So Squires will go into half.
Another
Picks
little
up.
rocket comes.
Alex again, those quick feet. Just unbelievable foot speed from Alex Langbridge there. And then that pass, Mitch Wilton again running a nice unders line, pushing back into the space. There he goes. He even beat the camera. That's how fast Langbridge is. And that unders line from Mitch Wilton. He's been outstanding as well, Wilton. Good finish. The Swans back onto the attack now. They roll into the line. Jake Hooper there. That's Lachlan Watt. Hooper, flick pass back to Watt. Big right foot step. Oh, he didn't need to pass that one, Lachlan.
He was through.
Needs to be a bit more selfish, Mark. Oh, nice ball from
Play.
Potts. Picks up the extra metres back on the inside. Loads up here. Little gets a short one away for Atkins, but the referee calls a touch.
They had the roll there, but great read from Jake Notley. Get the touch pass there when they're in trouble.
Yeah, close calls there for the Swans. As the siren goes in the background, half is caught, and that'll be all she wrote for the half. 5-1. The Hunter Western Hornets leading the Southwest Queensland Swans. Mate, just give us a quick wrap-up of how you've seen the first half.
Well, I think it's what we predicted. The Hornets showing their experience, their speed, and all the knowledge they have of each other's games. And the Swans, you know, a bit more inexperienced, not as many top-level players, but they're holding in there pretty well.
Yeah, nicely said. The Hunter Western Hornets experience on display. We had Corey give us a 7-try scoreline. You've given us 5 or 3, I think you might have said.
I said 3 or 4.
Yeah, we'll be right. We'll see how the Swans come back in the second half. That'll be coming your way in about 3.5 minutes' time. So we are back live here for the second half. The Hunter Western Hornets currently leading the Southwest Queensland Swans 5-1. 20 more minutes for the Swans players to get back to Mark's ideas of what the deficit will be. He's tipped the Hornets by 3 or 4. So let's see what they can do now. The Hornets get the first opportunity to get us back underway here. Matty Atkins with the ball in hand, gets it to Bailey Ritchie. Lincoln Little there, just steps into a touch.
Lincoln's so dangerous around this area when he's on the 7 metre line, formerly the 5 metre line.
Yeah, Thompson, Little and Atkins, formidable. Long ball from Dill Thompson. Jesse Jenkins, another youngster, just steps outside his man, picks that up on the drift, the long ball from Thompson.
Yeah, beautiful J-line from Jesse Jenkins to catch that on the run. Didn't run towards the defender. And nice ball from Dylan Thompson to put it on the spot here.
Perfectly weighted by Thompson. Look at the way it comes over the top. And as you said, that J-line or the drift ball, the out ball, taken nicely by Jenkins. That's a great skill for a young winger to pick up. Anybody watching at home? That's how you do it. Jesse Jenkins giving you the demonstration there. The Swans straight back on the attack. Nice ball back on the inside. And that's a good comeback. And I think that's your man, mate, Samuel Carmody on the receiving end. Let's have a look at it. See how it played out there. Jordan Dart, good work. Draws in 2 defenders. Potts on the outside court, short. Number 7. Lachlan Watt with the dancing feet.
Yeah, really nice footwork from Watt there off the left.
Carmody tucks into position nicely, gets the inside ball and scores the try. So nice work for Carmody there. 6-2 now the score.
Nice recovery from Swans there. Alex Langbridge was through and obviously very quick, but they recovered.
Daniel calling 6 more in flight as well.
Yep.
Doing everything, playing and refereeing. Daniel Langbridge. That might be some of that experience you were saying Alex brought back from the Melbourne Storm. Cam Smith known to referee and play at the same time.
Yeah, and speaking about the NRL alignment, I'd be really disappointed if Alex never gets a crack in the NRL, actually. He's that talented.
He is extremely talented. Nice ball again out to his brother Daniel. Daniel, long ball, picks up number 22, Kaya Adida. Yeah. We didn't get to see his foot speed on that occasion, mate, but he got the job done,
well,
young Kaya.
You saw those first 3 steps when he gets the ball here from Dan.
There it is. Alex picks up Daniel. Daniel steps back into the left and delivers a beautiful left to right pass at the same time. The converging defence of number 5 there, Harrison Pengilly for the Swans. He got there, but well after the ball was down.
Yeah, Usain Bolt wouldn't catch him there. Lockie Watt again with the footwork off the right this time.
Bit of a Fred Astaire there for our older viewers. Or not sure who we'd say for the more modern viewers of Dancing Feet. But here he is in space now.
Wow.
Fully stretched dive. Lachlan Watt. Referee's going to have a consultation here. I think the ball was down. You have to award it. And he does. He steps back into position.
I'd like to call him Red Hot Lachlan Watt at the moment. He's on fire.
Nicely done. Nice call from Mark Tipple.
Great finish here. Scooper goes through, just beats Alex, gets it more than an arm length away. On the dive, ball down, as in scores it. Beautiful finish.
I think it was Daniel O'Brien that went through from half 2. Nice work from him to get in behind the defensive line. Took his time to find the player in support, did well there. So, yeah, red hot Lockie Watt. You've heard it here first today. I'm sure anybody from the Swans that are watching, that'll get back to him, mate. Red hot.
Nice D there from the Swans again. Lockie Watt, he is red hot.
So now brings it back into the attack. Head down, tucks the ball under the arm, takes the meters for his team there. Nice play here from the Swans, pushing up over the halfway line.
He's fired up here. Look at him go.
Head down, ball under the arm, kept alive. Good play here for the Swans. That one knocked forward by the support player.
And Lachlan's effort, he was busted there, but giving it everything, and he sprinted off. on his haunches in the box now. Great work from him.
So now Little takes it forward.
Good meters here early on in the set.
All the way out to the wing, side to side, to get across to their sub-box. This is what they're good at. Here's Langbridge now, drives onto the field.
He'll kick around, look at him.
Alex into half. This is where he's dangerous. Gets over through the line. The player was offside. That was Hegedus. 6 more.
Great play from both Langbridge brothers there. They do that so often, and it's so hard to stop. I'm glad I'm retired from men's because that was always a punish against them.
It's great to be able to sit up here in a commentary position and watch it and not watch it from 7 metres away.
Yes. Your
There
knees and your ego feel much better.
Moffat, nothing doing there, so he'll just regain the composure and the alignment here for the Hornets. You see here, Langbridge lurking out the back, drew the defenders as a cover player. Nicely done, defended there by the Swans.
Yeah, great recovery from the Swans because Langbridge was clear through.
But Alex was just lurking, and that kept the defence pushing across with him. Here he is again at half. Nothing doing there. Well done. Nice shutout there for the Swans.
Great.
Daniel now recovering.
Yeah, sometimes with Dan's injuries, it's like his body can't keep up with his effort. He's the absolute heart and soul of what they do. I got to play with him from when he was about 13 at State Cup, and it's awesome to see where he's at now. Australian mixed player at the next Trans-Tasman.
Yeah, good to see the boys getting the rewards of all of their efforts. As we see Thompson take it in. There's Moffat onto the field again. Mitch Wilton punches it up into the middle. Just gets a touch there. Has to come back to the mark. No, he didn't get touched, so he kept the ball alive. Wilton goes down.
Sweeper
Thompson
play.
into half. Dylan Thompson finds a space again. Good chase there from Hooper. I don't think that ball was down. It was bounced.
Yeah. And they're saying foot out.
Saying foot out. So Swans keep intact there. We'll see this on replay. There's Thompson. Look at him pick up and go at full speed. Poor old Jakey Hooper was chasing across. The ball was out there, grounded outside the line.
Great defence from number 21, Jordan Bartlett, to get Mitch Wilton on that athletic dive there.
And great camera work again. Our cameraman on fire here today, bringing us some beautiful pictures from CX Coffs Harbour International Sports Stadium. As we see Lincoln Little back on the attack.
I wish we had a team list of the cameramen, actually. They're quite red hot themselves, so doing very well.
We'll come up with a nickname for our boys on the stadium roof here. Nice ball off the deck, picked up by Lincoln Little in short. I think that was meant to go long. Referees, what are they going to do here?
Penalty.
A penalty. Interesting call. Yeah, Lincoln might have taken one on the finger there as he reached for that ball. It was going like a bullet. The player grabbed in the background. Not sure. Probably it happened too fast for the referee to call him offside, so he can't award the play on penalty there. Or the play on advantage has to give a penalty. Forward pass, did not spotted by the referees. Back inside Squires.
Good D.
Might have picked up an injury on the ankle there. And a late pass. Probably should have taken his time there, Squires, and just held that one up and not played the ball so quickly because the Hornets were caught short in the acting half position. This is a better roll too. Your man, it is.
Good roll. He doesn't sub for long, old Lachlan White.
It turns it over there, the final touch. One thing I would say, as he's rucking that ball forward there, he puts his head down, so he's probably a little bit unsighted. Yeah. But that's how he gets through the power of work that he does. No touch called by Red Hot. Ball plays on. Look at this. Thompson at full speed.
Play.
You just can't drop back the way Red Hot did then.
Yeah, that's classic Carly Banks, Dylan Thompson, Doyleson, Hunter Western Hornet structure there. Middle fly again. Moffat to Dan Langbridge. Then gets that early ball to Thompson, who's always going to burn his link. And then gets a 2-on-1 with the winger for Jesse Jenkins, to finish in the corner there.
And the ability to pass the ball while you're travelling at that speed, it's just something that can't be taught. So many players have to slow down and get their balance before they deliver those passes. These boys, they don't stop for anything.
Absolutely.
So we see the Swans dart. Big long ball of his own finds.
Let him scoop. Let the boy run.
Finds Ardita, unfortunately not able to take off. But the Hornets back on the attack. There's no rest here. They give, just a little fumble in the roll ball. Moffat claiming that he was knocked off balance by a hard touch. Referees don't see it that way.
Lukey Moff, the grommet of the team, learning from his mistakes, I'm sure, but getting better every time. It's awesome to see him out there.
So there's Notley in the number 4, hanging around there, acting half. Man with the ball in hand, goes across the line. Well done. That came from nothing.
Oh.
I don't know about this one. What's the referee going to call here?
I think
Calls
the
a
rules
touch.
would say it's ball down, but okay.
Calls a touch. That's Lockie Beeston.
He's got the calf socks. I
Yeah,
hope he
got the
got
calf
medical
socks.
approval for those. I'm sure he did. Everything by the rules.
Yeah, Lockie, very excitable young man out there for the Swans. Been watching him in a couple of games.
Yeah. Adam, if you and I were still playing, we'd probably need medical clearance for a full body compression suit to keep it all together, mate.
Mate, I haven't played in that long. I've forgotten what it's like to play a game of touch football. But at my size, I'd probably cover 3 positions.
Yeah, you'd be hard to get around.
So now,
because you're smart.
That's it, mate, yes.
Yeah.
Thinking ahead of the play. Here we go, the Langbridge boys. That was more of a stumble than a dive from Alex. But they'll just bring it back in nice and slowly here.
Yeah, Little and Alex Langbridge will direct them around here. Matty Atkins and Connor Edwards.
Oops.
Oh.
You need bigger studs, mate. Tyres with grip there, Alex.
Isn't it fantastic how well the fields have held together considering how much rain we've had? It's awesome to see.
It's been torrential here every night and leading up to the event. They've stood up remarkably well. Atkins with a long bomb. Liam Squires.
Wow. That's fantastic. Matt Atkins to his Newcastle teammate, Liam Squires on the wing.
Comes from
there.
nothing. This is actually a static position here. Drives in. Atkins, 1, 2, 3 steps. Loads up. Big right to left. Squires. He won't score many easier than that one. But that's what happens in this Hornets lineup. You just hold your position like that, the ball will come to you.
So much firepower across the board, and it's good to see the young guys putting on so many tries this year as well.
So I've got to say, so far, mate, Corey Russell is on the money with the 7-try deficit. And a big shout out.
Doesn't surprise me.
A big shout out here to Jordan Dart in this Swans lineup. The ball, man with the ball in hand. He has been tireless. A big body in the middle of the field for the Swans. He has been outstanding in every match I've seen. Here he goes, ball off the deck to Bartlett. Bartlett on the left foot step, back inside.
Great touch by Luke Moffat. Good recovery.
Hayden Bartlett it is. Been impressive. Nice ball from Dart again, knocked down.
Good positioning there from Connor Edwards up in the passing lane.
There's a young fella too there, Hegedus, I gave a shout out to earlier. He's also been impressive.
Hayden Bartlett, very impressive. Lot of dreadlocks there. Sharp on his feet as well. Here he goes again.
And his brother's also out there, number 21. He's got the hat on. I think he's also got, he was in that position but drifted out. There's Hegedus.
Good play, out 4-on-3, out ball to the other middle for the Swans, left to right, right to left, sorry.
Here it is, Bartlett drops the ball back inside. Dart down for Bartlett. Bartlett, big ball off the deck. So important, that pass. Hegedus, little dummy, show and go, gets the dive over. And
the Hornets' open side defense wasn't really sure what they were going to do there, and so just left a pretty massive gap between Moffat and Edwards.
And Moffat really not pushing out with any real pace or composure there. So probably got caught a bit short as we see back on the attack now. Rodemer. Potts gets it down close to the line, picks it up, throws a pass and the dive over. Mitch Wilton touched.
The ref was a lot closer than us, but I thought Mitch Wilton got that down there.
Yeah, we'll give the benefit of the doubt.
Absolutely.
As we see the Swans back on the attack now. Off their own line, Notley gets it out to Hooper. Notley on the wraparound. Straightens up the attack. Good. Gets into the line of defence. No penalty there.
Good strong touch there from Mitch Wilton. I was going to say a very underrated player who will be looking to be in contention for State of Origin this year for sure.
Flick back inside. Oh, loses the handle on that one.
I put
Mitch
the
Wilton
marker
not
on,
happy with
didn't I?
that. There's Carmody with the ball in hand now. So this is the other Bartlett brother out here on the link, the number 21. That is Jordan Bartlett. He's got his little ponytail poking out the back of that trucker hat.
He hasn't conformed to the dreadlocks yet, number 21.
Oh, change of possession there.
Red hot. I hope he's not cooling down.
You'll come back firing, don't you worry about that. That's a nice touch from Bartlett. Potts, good drive, hard into the line.
Good dump.
That's Bailey Ritchie.
Oh, is that Bailey? No,
it was
two
Connor.
yeah,
my apologies, mate. Connor, good
all
pick
good.
up. There's the kicking skills of Alex Langridge on display here at the National Touch League. Went for the 40-20 or the 20-40 now. We're paying either way. Notley, oh, lazy pass picked up nicely. Dummies there. There's Carmody. Drops the ball back inside for Brendan Taylor. Carmody off the left foot.
Wow.
Stood Lincoln up a little bit there, and play on was the call.
Good footwork from Sam Carmody.
Unlucky for Darty there too, I think. I'd love to be able to call Jordan Dart over the line for the Swans. He's deserved it. Always impressed with these bigger bodied blokes in the middle, working hard the way they do, getting through a ton of work. You can see it's tough backpedaling against an opposition that just are relentless in their drive. There's Moffat, Langbridge,
middle fly again.
Thompson into half, danger here. Big ball, Dylan Thompson loads up.
Wow. Great play, great read from Dill Thompson. Good dump from Dan Langbridge on the 4-on-3. Swans were rolling back really quickly, as we'll see here.
I'm going to put you on the spot here, Mark. How do you stop that?
Well, if you're the Swans on that play, you don't. But, I mean, it's tough. When they're rolling to the line, when they're rolling to their box, you've got to just be really smart. As soon as you're onside, press off the line, and if you're lazy and roll back, then they'll punish you.
Ultra impressive, the Hornets. Honestly, I've seen most of the men's opens teams here now over the 3 days of this tournament, and I don't know who's going to beat them.
Yeah, who are you backing? Are you backing the Hornets to take it all?
I am. I have to say I am. They are just clinical. Hegedus, 6 more. Well called, Jordan.
I don't know if you could call them a dark horse, but Sydney Mets will be there or thereabouts, and obviously CQ Bulls right up there too.
The Bulls have been good. The Mets, yeah, young up-and-coming side. I think they might be maybe a year off. But the way these Hornets guys have just controlled every game they've been in so far.
Adam, I'm sure Nick Good and Scott Buckley will develop into great players one day.
Mate, they're leading from the front, but around them, lots of young talent.
Including young Luke Kane, who was NRL Touch Premiership MVP last year from the Central Coast Dolphins.
Yeah, has been impressive this tournament as well. But as you said, those two fellas, Nick Good and Scott Buckley, they've been leading by example in that outfit, but there's so much young talent coming through the Mets system, and obviously coached by Tony Tradd as well.
Yeah,
you can never keep them down. I would think that the Hornets will play either the CQ Bulls or the Mets in the final, but I just think the Hornets have been relentless.
There was a bit of banter on the field between Doyleson and Central Coast at State Cup, and this is a bit of inside knowledge, but someone had a word to Luke Kane about looking a little slow, and Kano's reply was, "My MVP medal's weighing me down." So nice. Good bit of banter on the field.
Nice. We're back in the action here. The Swans taking us forward. They're not giving up. I love the tenacity of this young Swans outfit. Carmody there into half. Let's see what he can do. Picks up, just goes to that man red hot. Lachlan Watt gets it down. Goes away from Lockie on that occasion.
Carmody, an absolute workhorse, down for Notley here.
Notley stands up a little bit, just props him on the back foot there, Lincoln Little. Carmody gets it down. Watt
Red hot.
Little pump, gets the ball in behind the line. I think that one's... Oh, referee.
Little floated at length there, but Kyra Ardita, hard to beat with his speed and great read from him in the end.
Let's have a look at it here in replay. Thank you to our cameraman once again. Let's have a look. Gets that pass. Oh.
Bit of conjecture.
We'll leave that one to the referee, but thanks for the replay. As the siren goes in the background, referee signals the last touch here, and that is all over Red Rover.
And would you look at the score, 10-3? Who would have thought Corey Russell with his inside knowledge? 10-5?
10.
Okay. Oh, yes, I think I've... Corey and I draw, maybe.
10-5. We do have our scoreboard attendant here at the stadium. A little bit incorrect.
He's fallen
behind
asleep.
the play. But, Mark, just give us a quick wrap-up of how you saw that game. Are you joining me in thinking that the Hornets will take out the National Touch League for 2020?
Look, my pick is actually the Mets. And good timing as Paul's Fair, one of their coaches, knocks on the door. But I think it's going to be close between CQ, Hornets, and Mets, and it's anyone's game as the Mets prepare for their next one.
And you've mentioned him, Paul Sphere. He's going to join me in commentary for that next match, the North Queensland Tropical Cyclones and the Sydney Mets Men's Opens. Mark, it's been an absolute pleasure having you up here in the commentary box. Thanks for joining me, mate.
Thanks,
and
Adam.
We look
Thanks,
forward
everyone.
to seeing you throughout the tournament. All the best with your South Queensland Sharks teams. But that game, the Hunter Western Hornets take it out 10 tries to 5.